Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Chaotic Podcast with your favorite host, TNC. Today's discussion is all about bullies, whether physical or online. Bullying someone make people feel bad, sad, and hurt. For me, bully is all about doing negative things to others, trying to hurt someone because you think you got the power or the words to do so. Personally, it is wrong to be a bully. I don't like people who take advantage of others. You try to bring them down. You make them unhappy. It's annoying. If you don't like someone, avoid them, ignore them. Don't try to bully or hurt them. Let them be and live their life. So it's going to be an exciting one. So let's jump right into it. Now, first take is, why do people bully others? Why do you think people bully others?
I just feel they do that in order to instill their dominance on that
Mm-hmm.
person, maybe to make that person fear them or to be superior over the person. And I don't think that is a smart move to do because it seems dumb to me. But I just feel I just want to make you fear me, be scared of me. That's why I will bully you.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But honestly, I don't know why people pick on others. I guess it stems from like upbringing. Maybe they beat you steady at
Yeah.
home. When you are growing up. Now, as an adult, you just like to hurt other people's feelings because you're stronger than them. You feel you can push them, you can bully them over anything. I will beat you if you talk to me anyhow. You must follow my way. And listen, as a bully, you always try to impose yourself on others. It doesn't make sense. Some bullies bully people because it makes them feel strong and dominant, like you said.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't make you dominant. It takes a kind, cool person to be dominant. I don't have to yell at you or bruise your ego for me to feel dominant. I can be calm. I can talk to you politely,
Yeah.
buttress my point and still feel dominant. Shouting at someone or trying to hurt them doesn't make you strong or dominant. It makes you a terrible person. That's how I see. And sometimes, honestly, the environment you grew up in can also make you a bully.
Exactly.
Growing up in the streets whereby everywhere is like survival of the fittest. If you're not tough, everyone will take advantage of you. Now you grow up with the mentality of always like scaring people, trying to mess with everyone, and now you're a bully. I get that, but I grew up in a tough neighborhood. You have to be ruthless in the neighborhood I grew up, or else
Yeah.
you'll be fucked over. But I didn't turn out to be a bully. Instead, it made me a protector. I try to stand up for people that are being bullied. I don't like bullies at all, to be honest. For me, they're like one of the worst kinds of people. So, anyways, next take is, what do you think about mental bullying? Because you all know there are different types of bullying. Being a bully isn't just only physical. You get what I'm saying? So what do you think about the mental side of bullying?
I just want to make the person feel low of themselves because mentally bullying somebody will make the person feel low of themselves, and also person hiding their own shells won't be able to be confident out there. So I just feel that's what the person is trying to make the person feel. And if you succumb to that kind of bully, that means you don't go for you.
I'm
Like,
telling
you'll be
you.
confident in yourself.
I'm
enough.
telling you, because bullying is not all about when you beat someone, another person. There is like that emotional and mental bullying. When you try to downgrade someone with your
Yeah.
words, you insult them, you talk ill about them. Now, these individuals, they can't even talk back. They feel sad and
Start
useless.
acting some kind of
Yeah,
way.
they feel depressed. It affects them mentally. Some even go to the point of like ending their lives because of the words you said to hurt them. It is wrong, honestly. True story. I can remember in primary 3, I was a stubborn boy, but I went to a posh primary school. One rich boy got on my nerves. I insulted his mom during break time. I was like, with your useless mom, your useless mother. After break time, I was in class. The headmistress sent for me. I entered the office. The first question she asked me is like, why are you bullying Caro? Like, why did you insult his mom? We found him in the toilet crying. You didn't know he lost his mom like last 2 months.
Oh my God.
You get what I'm saying? We have to like call his dad and we have to send him home because he was a wreck. He couldn't like finish classes that day. And I was punished. Normally, I didn't know his mom had passed. I was furious. I just wanted to insult him.
You don't know what someone is going
Exactly. My words literally ruined his day, and mental bullying is real. Listen, always remember, no matter the power you have, there is someone that got more power than you. So if you bully someone, be it physical or mental, someone else might do the same to you. Listen, I always think of life this way. I love my mom. I love my sisters. I love my brothers. I love people. I wouldn't want anyone to bully them or do or harm to them. Then why would I do such to other
Someone
person's
else, yeah.
family and whatever? For me, it's like I would rather be peaceful. I would ignore people like than try to bully them. I don't have that time. Another true story. Cynthia, she just got a job at a big company. They manufacture a particular kind of medicine. She works at the logistic department. She's a beautiful girl. There were other female workers in the department that were like superior because she just got employed.
Yeah.
Every Friday, Cynthia and other three other female colleagues usually go out for lunch and drinks. You know, they were work friends. They usually mentored her on how the work is done. So Cynthia got close to one of the girls, Zainab.
Yeah.
One day, the overall coordinator of the department, very loose-guarded man, he called Cynthia to his office. He was like, "How's work going? Are you enjoying the job?" Cynthia responded, "Yes." And the coordinator was like, "You're a beautiful girl. I would like to take you out to dinner. Get to know you. I might be helpful in getting you a good promotion with a good paycheck. I will take care of your every needs." Cynthia responded, "No, sir. You're married and your wife is the head of the manufacturing department. I don't want to mix work and pleasure.
Yeah.
I have a boyfriend." The man was like, "Okay, I understand, but I'm sure we're going to get along well." Then she left. Cynthia told Zainab about her encounter with the supervisor. Zainab was like, "Oh, I'm glad you didn't listen to him. He does that to literally every lady. He has slept with almost every girl in our department.
Wow.
But if you had agreed, he would have taken care of your bills though, because I know that one for sure. He gives people money a lot. Even Chloe and Bridget, he paid for their expensive trip last year. And also, I'm glad you didn't agree to his offer because his wife watches over him like a hawk because his wife knows his character and whatever. So please try and stay away from him." A year into the job, Cynthia got promoted because she knows how to fix logistical problems. Very smart girl. Her friends Zainab, Chloe, and Bridget, they were angry about the promotion, because they've been working this job for so long and they've not been promoted. So the girls met up one evening. Cynthia wasn't there. They were discussing. They were like, "See how Cynthia just got employed, which day, yeah, she's been promoted to a manager. How possible is that? She must be sleeping with the supervisor." Zainab was like, "Yes, she told me some months ago that the supervisor asked her out and he promised to promote her. I guess she's now his girlfriend." Bridget was like, "That stupid man. After all I did with him, he didn't even promote me. He just paid for one trip. It's crazy." So the following Monday, Cynthia was like delegating tasks to the employees. Chloe was furious because she got pissed at Cynthia because Cynthia asked her to drive to a neighboring city, to check out why there is a delay in delivery.
Yeah.
Chloe was like, "I can't do that. I have a doctor's appointment later that day. I can't miss it." Cynthia responded, "But everyone got their tasks. You must do this. You can't mix work with your personal business." Out of nowhere, Chloe was like, "Don't talk to me that way. How dare you tell me not to mix work with personal pleasure when all you do in this office is to pleasure the supervisor for promotion?" Everybody was stunned. When we were your seniors in this office, you can't tell me what to do. Then she stormed off. Cynthia was just shocked. She went to the supervisor's office to lay a complaint. Chloe was called into the office to explain herself. So she got suspended for 2 weeks without pay because of the outburst. By then, the news has spread to the other departments, that the supervisor is having an affair with Cynthia, which is untrue. Cynthia's friends even stopped talking to her, or go out together anymore.
Yeah.
Chloe even sent her hurtful messages. "It's because of you I got suspended with no pay. You are fucking someone's husband. Shame on you. Blah, blah, blah."
Oh.
So fast forward, the wife of the supervisor heard about the news because how false news is spread like wildfire. She was pissed. She couldn't explain how Cynthia that just got hired, which they got a promotion this big. So quickly her mind was made up that her husband was sleeping with Cynthia.
Wow.
So because of her influence in the company, Cynthia was fired for improper conduct. Now Cynthia felt so sad and miserable because how can she get another job after years of trying so hard to find this one? Now she's been fired for something she didn't do. So she attempted to offer herself with pills. Thank goodness her boyfriend came to visit her that night and rushed her to the hospital. Crazy. See, listen, bullying someone can lead to severe issues you do not even know. If you try to praise people, even if someone is pissing you off, you want to F them up, or you want to bully them because you are stronger.
People are weak-minded. They don't really have mind for that kind of stress. Imagine trying to off yourself.
You don't understand. Just ignore them. Instead, it goes a long way. Listen, mental bullying is real. It's so crazy. Anyways, this brings us to cyberbullying, like social media bullies and all that. What do you think about cyberbullying?
I just feel people that bully you online, they are sadists. They are sad people. Maybe they've been working throughout the day. They just get on their phone and want to take it out on someone. Then they will make you sad. So don't listen to such people. Me, I don't listen to kind of comments. Sometimes I reply out of boredom, but let the comments get to me. No, it's not something I do. So I just feel you should be strong-minded and move on. Don't listen. Sometimes if I don't even read comments, I just leave it the way it is.
That kind of thing. Because when someone posts something, like, instead of you to like or not like, instead of you to comment or not comment,
Just move on.
you know, something good or post, just ignore the post. You know, for me, if I know they really like people, I know they like people post, because I know many people, they like their post. So what it concern me, I will just look and move on.
I do like people.
You know, I know instead it's how to insult the person. You know, you saw the person's post or try to talk down on them. Now that one day your mind, you know, pick something bad from the person's post.
Why would you just sit down in your home and say, let me just insult this person?
You know, understand?
That crazy girl. You are stupid for what you said. Like, you know, why would you even think about it? Like,
it's crazy. No. Like, out of all the positive and good you can see in that particular post, now the bad one, your mind go. Now you're even taking your time to comment awful comments on the person's post. It doesn't make sense to me. Listen, if I see someone post I don't like, I would swipe and leave.
Yeah, just
you get what I'm saying? I don't have time to comment rubbish on someone's post.
It's the person's life.
You know, understand? It's not my business. You get what I'm saying? They're not forced you to look the post, you know. And the crazy shit is, if a lady posts a picture now, men will start to comment negatively on the post. It's crazy. Even on their fellow man's post, it's not as if women are sent. Women, they do the same thing, you know. Everybody does the same thing.
It's the thing that they see that men do. That's when women will start doing it. You know, like in some posts, see your belly, this and this, downgrading the child,
you know, understand?
As in insulting the woman. If
crazy.
A girl say a man's post like that, the girl will want to do the same thing, because it's the same thing you guys do.
I don't know. Listen, even as I do podcasts like this, you know, this is how I like to sit. You know, I balance. Even if I sit up for party share, I would like to bend it backwards. You know, and I saw how they sit down. Do you know how many negative comments I've received just because of how I sit? You know, this someone will say, like, does he have a spine? I just sit upright. You know, even for this same podcast, someone called me, oh, this dude must be gay. On top, say I post something about supporting women. You know, it's crazy. Like,
I think some people are just sad.
I don't understand.
Sad and they want to take it out on you.
You don't understand. It's crazy. Keyboard warriors, you know, they're so annoying. I mean, I don't even have time to answer anyone, to be honest. Me, waste up on pass anything. I've learned to ignore people. You like insult me, I won't answer you.
Sometimes I do out of boredom.
Yeah, I know. I don't even have that time.
Sick reply I want to give to you.
You know, I don't have that time, because I will always, because as I've been sober, I will always protect my peace. As far as you're not interfering with my peace and my money. Now, you sabi, it has even gotten to the point whereby people create fake accounts to bully and shame other people online.
Like, you have time.
I tell you, you don't get time. Like, you know, well, like you said, some people find it amusing to talk shit about others.
Yeah, they feel.
Yeah,
I think they love themselves more. They feel confident in themselves. They insult people. Like, they feel, oh, I'm better. Let me just insult.
But they do the same thing, like maybe like in a recreational way. You talk, say they insult people for fun.
No, that's if you come for me. No, if you come for me, if you come under my, I don't even do that on my page, because my page, I hate negativity. But in chaotic, if you come for me, I will definitely reply if I have the time. If I will just reply because I have one punchline I want to give to you.
Okay,
yeah,
you won't drop for the comment section.
But going to other people's, no, I don't do that. No, I don't do that. I hate it.
All right. You know, I understand if it's like it's, you know, so some kind post now, recreational post, and you just want to comment for laugh and for fun.
Yeah.
Well, another thing is, I don't know why people read awful comments or messages. Like if someone comments rubbish on my post, why do I have to read the comments? Like, think about it. Like, knowing it will make me sad. Now, for me, like, if you send me awful messages or whatever, immediately I read the first line or sentence and I see, okay, this one a mumu message. I would either delete the message or stop to read it. You feel that you're asking, say I don't read your comment, but me, I don't have time to read. You know, you see people reading an entire message or a negative comment that was sent to you by a bully, then you feel sad afterwards.
You
get what I'm saying?
have time to sit down and start. Do you know how much it takes to type? You start typing. I think you're a very stupid person for doing this. In this country, you don't have to. In the educational system, in women rights to women, in women, you start typing. I saw a post like that on a comment like that on Chaotic. I was like, guy, you have time.
I tell you, you
don't have work.
I don't understand. Watch video, may you enjoy. Go. If you are not you shouldn't be supportive of my views. If you don't like what I talk, if you see this one rubbish. If you say na rubbish, they talk, they move on. They insult my mind, so by on top a podcast. It's crazy, you know. And you know, people put I don't even have time to read your comment because you put yourself through that sadness, and just delete your
I say people are
message,
sadists.
protect your peace and mind. No time for rubbish, and do not allow bullies get under your skin. Just know, say not everyone will like you. Some who wish to be in your position will always try to say negative things about you. It's normal. You always do you. And you shouldn't be a pushover. If you must, like you said, respond to these bullies, give them back.
Yeah.
For me, I prefer to ignore, but sometimes give them back.
Line to give you.
You understand? Talking back is a way to deter other people from bullying you again.
Yeah.
You have to stand up to bullies, whether physical or verbal. Because bullies, they literally pounce on weak energy. They will keep bullying you because they feel you can't do anything. The moment you fight back, they will be like, "Oh, this one's strong. He's not a push over on streets." They will just let you be, and it's crazy. But anyways, next take is, how about kids that bully other kids?
I just feel that kids are going to be kids no matter what, but try and train your children not to bully someone to the extent that the person will start feeling bad about themselves, because it affects them in the future, especially this gang up bullying. No, it's a very bad thing. But kids are going to quarrel, kids are going to fight. Your mother, we definitely do it when we're young, but it's not something that you should take seriously.
That kind of thing. That is, it's like you said, that's inevitable. Kids play a lot, but sometimes it goes overboard because they don't know better. They don't know if their action is affecting another kid negatively. To them, it's all fun and games. For me, it's down to the parents or caregivers to caution their kids never to be a bully. Most parents don't know their kids act that way though, because the kids are obedient and calm at home. But the moment they go out to school or wherever and they just change completely, especially when they're around their friends, then they always pick on the timid kids. I encourage parents to tell their kids to fight back if they are being bullied. Don't accept being the victim. And if you're a parent, go to that school or public place to warn any kid or the parents of the bully before the situation gets worse. Don't overlook your kids' complaint about how they are being bullied in school. Gone are those days you will shrug it off as it's kids being kids. Go to the school to warn everyone. Protect your word before it's too late. Don't get shit twisted. I've seen a situation whereby a kid was bullied and lost his life. You get what I'm saying? So as a parent, if you're picking
once the child talk about it, not if you talk about it once, okay, explain to me, just brush it off. The second time, please, I'm going to the school.
You carry and go, not reason anything.
That your child is weak or
don't
something.
think anything. Go because you never know what might be happening behind closed doors.
Or go to the particular gathering.
I can't blame any kid that is a bully. They don't know better. Like that time I insulted that boy's mom. It wasn't my intention to bully him. To me, it was just an insult because I was mad at him. So it is meant for the system, the teachers, the wards, to warn or scold whoever is a bully. Sometimes it's good for your kids to be stubborn too. That way they will be able to fight off whoever wants to mess with them. The one I hate past is when an older kid bullies a younger kid. Like when you big, you tall, you call even senior this person, you are picking on this kid that is younger. Listen, and you can't even do that shit to your mates. See, if I find out say my kid is being bullied by older person, I don't see the way I will fuck that person up immediately, because to me that is abuse. You're literally abusing my kid because you're older. You shouldn't be anywhere close to my kid in the first place. It's crazy.
Exactly.
Because bullying someone or a kid might, have a long-term effect on that person. You might not even know. Like you said, it make them have that individual have inferiority complex, whereby
I think all these seniors in school, they normally do it to their younger ones. The SS3 students, they do it to not be normal thing. That is bullying. Actually, it's called bullying. Exactly. In time go come, but if in time come, if you not be that kind of person, you understand. But you are bullying, you are in necessity because you are the senior. Now you are now bullying the younger one. You look like I'll beat you. Wash my clothes.
It's not normal.
That shit actually, it's bullying.
That shit. You don't see that. We'll talk about boarding school in another episode normally, but that shit prepares you for life, to be honest. We'll talk about that in another episode. See, listen, people, after when you bully someone as a kid, it might go a long way in the future, make some people have inferiority complex whereby they're always scared of people, scared of going out.
Yeah.
Even when they are older, they are scared of confrontation because they were bullied as kids. Now society regards them as weak. You, the bully, you are grown, you are mature, you are sensible, you are living your best life, but you don't know the harm you've caused to that kid
person,
you bullied at a young age. Now the adult is
These
struggling.
days they call them out.
Yeah.
Those junior, if they see that they are bullied, they are now popular. I've seen
Now,
I've
so
seen
now,
the
you go call
post
them out.
like that girl is a bully. She
Yeah.
bullied me in secondary school.
Now,
She
so
bullied,
now,
yeah.
and now the adult is struggling mentally. Sometimes you, the bullying, you even gain an enemy for life. Imagine seeing a dude that bullied you when you were young. You hate that person. If you're in a position to confront that person, you will, because you have a bad memory of what that person did to you. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Most times the bully might not even recognize the kid or the individual they've bullied years later. But the kid, that individual that was bullied, will always remember you. True story. In high school, primary school, OJ was always picked on and bullied by 3 boys because he had a small stature. Gerald was the ringleader. They always bullied OJ, says awful words to him. They push him to the ground. Sometimes OJ gets bruised. He always tried to hide from the boys. He reported them to his parents, and they even complained to the school. But the boys would be like, "We're just playing. It's all fun," And this went on for so long. The parents had to change OJ's school because of Gerard and the other bullies. OJ had to change school, change his school friends. He felt sad. You know how kids feel when they changing school and their friends. He felt sad. He felt alone. Fast forward as adults, OJ was very brilliant. He worked in a good company as the head of recruitment and employment. Gerard, on the other hand, was struggling. He needed a job so bad. He was let go from his former job because of low sales, and the company had to fire some staff. He has a wife. They had 2 kids. He was struggling because the wife was pregnant with their 3rd kid and she couldn't work. Gerard needed to find a job in order to take care of his family. So along the line, OJ's company was hiring people for menial jobs. Gerard and others applied. Due to Gerard's good CV, he went on to the next recruitment phase, to be interviewed by the head of recruitment. Him and 3 other candidates qualified. In terms of work experience and expertise, he was the best among the other 3 candidates. So he felt he had a good chance of getting the job. On the day of the interview, he dressed up nice, head to the office. He entered the head of recruitment office. He sat down. He was answering the questions very well. OJ recognized Gerard. Immediately he stepped inside his office, but Gerard didn't recognize OJ. After the interview, OJ was like, "You are more than qualified for this position. You are the right fit for our company, but we have to interview the other candidates for formalities. We will get back to you." So Gerard left. After a week, no response. Gerard don't wait tire. He was complaining to the wife, "I haven't heard anything from the company. The man told me I'm good for the job. So why haven't they reached out to me? I guess I'll have to go there tomorrow to know what's going on." So Gerard went to the company the next day. Security didn't allow him inside the premises. Then OJ came outside to meet him, and he was like, "You were the obvious candidate for the job, but we decided not to give you because there is a high chance you will cause tension and sadness to other employees. You are a well-known bully, and our company doesn't tolerate bullying. I know you don't recognize me. I have no intention of telling you who I am, but just know you failed, to get this job because you made lots of kids sad in the past. Good day." OJ went back inside. Gerard was sad,
Your past catching up.
You get what I'm saying? Listen, whenever you bully someone, always remember situation can change. There is always a future, and that's how it is. Anyways, next take is, does having money and being successful make you a bully?
It shouldn't, but some people let it get to their head. Being rich, I've arrived.
They tell you, people will cry.
But it shouldn't. You should just, I don't know. The money will change you, fine, but at least calm down.
Understand.
Calm down.
Understand. Most rich and wealthy individuals, like you said, they get carried away and become bullies automatically to others who are poor and struggling. It's not like this rich.
Especially those that do not grow up with money. Money misrule. Money just come.
Money just scatter. And it's not like these rich individuals, they were bullies before, but I know there is an egoistic spirit that comes with having money and wealth. You will automatically want to look down on everyone who isn't at the same level as you. We've seen rich, popular individuals insult people, poor people take advantage of their wealth and status to bully others. There is a saying, don't have issue with a rich person because you will lose, even if you are right or wrong. There is nothing wrong in having ego, having pride. Doesn't make you a bully. Same as being rich. You turn into a bully when you use your wealth and your influence to oppress other people. When you always try to silence other people, whether they are right or not. When you feel your will or whatever you want must be heard or done at the peril of others. You get what I'm saying? Like, listen, being healthy doesn't mean you can't be humble and nice to people of lesser status. You get what I'm saying? People respect you that way. In fact, this rich man humble, I like that man die. You get what I'm saying? Understand? Because at the end of the day, at the end of everything, you can't exist alone. Even with all the wealth you have, you still need other people to survive. That person go clean your car, that person go cook your food, do your hair, sell things to you. It takes nothing to be nice, whether you are rich or not. Being a bully doesn't elevate anything in your life. The one I hate past is when people feel they can talk rude to anyone just because they are privileged to be wealthy. You get like, tell someone, oh, shut up, don't talk when I'm talking.
Do you know
who
I
are
am?
you? Do you know who I am? Understand, madam or Isa, you are a human being. You bleed like I do. I don't understand. You know who I am. You go still old. Don't bully me. True story. One rich socialite, popular wealthy girl, Elsa, she got huge followers and money. She's rude as hell, like bullies everyone. Whenever she goes to place to whether to buy something or not, she yells at the workers because she sees all these workers as less, like rubbish house girls. You get what I'm saying? One day she went to a restaurant, she ordered food. The lady, a young girl in school, she was waitressing part-time, gave her the menu. She was like, welcome, this is our menu. What will you like to order? Elsa ordered prawns and salad. The waiter told her, listen, it will take approximately 30 minutes for this to be made. Elsa responded, okay, but it shouldn't be more than 30 minutes. I have an important meeting to attend in an hour. The waiter left. Elsa was waiting and she was drinking wine. It got to 35 minutes. She called the waitress. Listen, it's past 30 minutes. I've still not been served. I can't wait any longer. You said 30 minutes, I've even waited extra 5 minutes. I can't do this shit. The waiter responded, I'm sorry, ma. The chef is almost done. Just give us some time. Elsa responded angrily, you are a very stupid and silly girl. What more time do you need? I told you I have an important meeting in the next hour. I can't wait anymore. I've been starving all day. The waitress was like, please, ma, the chef is almost done. If you leave now, the bill will be taken out of my paycheck. Please just exercise some patience. Since you are in a hurry, I can bag it for you so you can take it like a takeaway. Please, ma. Elsa responded, you must be very slow. Who cares about your useless paycheck? Are you telling me the manner I want my food served? I came here because I was hungry. I wanted to eat here, not have a takeaway. Elsa walked away angrily. The waitress' fate was sad. She needed that full pay for that month because she was behind on her school fees and some urgent family issues to settle. And the meal Elsa even ordered was expensive. They had to remove the bill from her paycheck. She went home and cried all night, and when she cried all night because of how crucial then she needed to pay the fees and other bills. She had to visit a man that has been asking her out for like sex for so long because there was no one to assist her, and she needed to have that money that month. She had no choice. They had sex. The man was kind, and and he truly liked her though, but Faith has never done such ever in her life. Say because of money, Nanika accept me the man, sleep with her, but the man gave her the money. The man even gave her more than she needed. So she went home. She went inside the bathroom on shower. She was crying for shower, thinking about her life. She went to bed. She slept. Next day, she paid for everything. Life continued. So fast forward years later, Faith graduated from school, medical doctor, surgeon to be precise. She worked at a big hospital. Anyways, Elsa was having like serious health problems. Her stomach hurt. It's like, I think she drank something she shouldn't have. She needed surgery so bad. She was rushed to the hospital. She was rushed to the operation room. Surgery was done successfully. She was resting and recovering in the private ward. Thankful for her life. Then the doctor came in. How are you feeling? Elsa responded, I'm fine. Thank you so much. You literally saved my life. The doctor responded, it's my job. I'm glad you're feeling better. I know you don't recognize me. we had an encounter some years ago when you came to our restaurant, you know, you ordered prawns, but you left in a hurry. You know, I pleaded for you to wait. You know, she was like, yep, listen, I was the waitress. If only you knew the harm you caused me and what would have been if I hadn't done certain things, you know. Else I was ashamed and sad. She replied,
If I'm the one, I'll remove one of her
you know,
kidney.
medical practice now, you know, she replied, you know, Elsa replied, I'm sorry, you know, I was in a hurry that day. Failed answered, it's all in the past though, but it takes nothing to be nice and understanding to other people's feeling. Then she left. You know, it was Faith's job to do the operation normally. Even if she wasn't there to do it, someone else will do the operation. But there is a situation whereby wicked people might make sure Elsa lose her life on God, you know. I they tell you, you know that some people feel literally forget pain inside their stomach like a pig. People are that, you know, people are that like toxic and like they pay back, they like and die. You know, listen, even if you are wealthy, just be nice. It doesn't take anything from you. You get what I'm saying?